Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad to have you all again. Now we're going to be looking at the topic that says the Hebrew of the Igbo people, the word for night, Abali. Okay, now looking into this word, first thing to notice is that this is not the only word for night in the Igbo language. There are several words for night in the Igbo language. However, this is the word that we are going to be focusing on in this particular video. The word is pronounced Abali, Abali. Okay, you might have variations like Abari. You can have variations like Abani. Okay, but we are going to be using Abali. Okay, Abali. Now, what many may not know is that the word is a compound form of two words, actually. Okay, it's more or less like a shortened sentence, but you just press it together, and then you have Abali. You actually need to look deep into the Igbo language to be able to detect these things. Okay, the word is actually Abalia. Abalia is actually the word, but over time the word becomes contrasted into Abali for night. Now, the word Abalia actually means father ascends. Abba is the way the older Igbo people used to refer to father, Abba or Abi. Now, Abba is no longer common in the lexicon of the Igbo people today because we use Nna more. You use Nna to refer to father more, okay? But Abba is the older word. You will get those words in community names. That is actually how you know that some of these words are very, very old among the Igbo people, even if you don't get them as commonly today, okay? You get a lot of Abba in community names in the Igbo land. You get Abi also as community names. These words are actually found in the Hebrew language, Abba, okay? What you then say, or what you may then ask is, how does this mean night? Why is there a connection between father ascent and night? Now, the old Igbos had this understanding that God is present in their midst whenever it is daytime. Now, the idea also goes that as father ascends, that is, as father goes back up into the heavens, darkness falls upon the land, and that is what brings night. And hence, the Igbo people took that word, Abali, to mean night. That is how the word was formed. It's coined out of the understanding of the old Igbos that when Father is presently in their midst, it is daytime. And when Father, ascends back into the heavens, night falls upon the land. Is the old Hebrew understanding. As Father ascends, night falls over the people. And that is why when the Igbos want to say good night, a lot of Igbos might tell you Kachifo, or Kachibo. What that Kachibo means, or Kachifo means, may Father reveal himself to us again. So hence you can see the connection between Father ascent, like he goes away temporarily, and then Father to reveal his light to us again the next morning. That is the greeting for good night. There's nothing like good night directly in the Igbo language. Nah, it doesn't exist. So that is the idea of the older Igbos, that morning time is God revealing himself in our midst, and night time is God ascending away from our midst, and that is Abalia. Now contrasted to Abali, Abba, Father, Li, up, ascent. Okay, so that is the breakdown of the word. First, it is a Hebrew word. It's coined from a Hebrew understanding. It is a word that was forged in the earlier histories of the Igbo people, at the earlier stage of the Igbo people, and that's what has survived into today. There are a lot of words like this scattered in the Igbo language that people do not know the exact meanings, but as time goes on, a lot of research work, dedicated research work, bringing these words to light for our present understanding, and we thank God for that. So this is where I'll be leaving it. I'll see you guys on another video. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.